back. Just to let you know that the funds for the China's Kids Cup, China's International Kids Cup is out. If your school wants to be a part of it, you want your kids to be a part of it, just go online to www.chanastv.com and, of course, fill the form and submit the entries. The forms are out, and entry closes on April 27. You can trust us, this year is going to be bigger, it's going to be better. So you can start early to avoid the last-minute rush. A lot is going to happen, and of course, we keep doing what we're doing right here, discovering talents, and of course, grooming them for stardom. That's what we do right here on Channels Television with the Channels Kids Cup. All right, let's move on the show. Damilola, is this something that I also like the viewers to hear as well? You talked about being Ogumbote's category where he won and said he was a deserving winner. Of all the things we've spoken about, I think this is one that you're on the same page with us. And your reason for saying that?
Yeah, of the three, he's the only one in the hair Honda review, the only one that won a title.
That actually won something.
That won something. Genetro, qualified us for the World Cup, for the Nations Cup, but I mean, even our local coaches have done that in the past. Okay. Solomon Ogbede, I'm sure he's on that list.
Won the Abridged League.
He didn't win the Abridged League. He took his team Lobby Stars to the CAF Champions League. Okay. They did well, decently, got into the group stage, had some decent performances. But if you had to compare that to a man that actually won a title to represent Nigeria on the continent, then it should be Bingo Gumbote.
So well deserving right there. Okay, let's come to the domestic scene and talk about matches played in the Nigerian Professional Football League. Let's take a look at match day 13 and take a look at the results in Group A and Group B. I'm very sure it's going to come up on your screen shortly. Some very, very interesting results. Let's stay on this one for a while, guys. And Remo Stars losing at home to Rivers United. This guy seems to be donating points. Maybe it's just me, I don't know. Abia Warriors also losing to Nasarawa in that one. You have Bedell Insurance defeating Wiki Tourists, FC Ifeanyi Uba beating Plateau United, Heartland beating Kano Pillars. This was quite the way we expected it to be anyway. And Gombe United slim 1-0 victory over Yobe Desert Stars. So you have A and B all mixed in that one. Let's see if we can also have some of the results. Match day 13. That's it. You have Tornadoes playing out a goalless draw with Rangers International. Sunshine Stars beating Kwara United. El Kanemi Warriors. They pounced on Aqua United 4-1. You have Casina United defeating Lobby Stars 2-1. And the game everybody is talking about, MFM playing a 1-all draw with Eyimba. At some point, it looked like Eyimba was going to, run away with it. But the guys fought back. They rarely lose at home anyway. So it's more or less like a fortress. But where do we start from? Let me start with Damilola. Your thoughts. Did anything surprise you over the weekend? Any game? Did any game really stand out for you?
Yeah, for me it will be Rivers defeating Remo. You say Rivers on the table should be the stronger side, though. Yeah. But again, when you understand the Nigerian league, each time you get an away victory, you must still highlight it because of the peculiarity of our league. Yeah. And I think that's a decent result, considering the fact that Rivers also lost at home the week before. And so to just recoup that point, that's basically what they did under 8 days. So that's that for you. For me, that's something that is commendable. Okay. That's something commendable.
All right, Kule. Anyone that stands out?
Yes, I think I want to talk about the Sunshine Stars versus Kwara United game. It's a game between, you say it's a Southwest derby kind of, and then
kind of, okay,
yes,
yeah. Kind of, because you want to say
more towards the north,
north central.
Absolutely, and then I actually expected Kwara United to give a very good fight. Looking at the way they've actually been playing so far in the league, they've not been all that consistent. For Sunshine Stars of Akure as well, they've not been consistent. So I actually thought the game was going to end in a draw. Okay, but Sunshine Stars carted away with the 3 maximum points.
All right, so. Okay, so let's talk about the big one that happened. Okay, before we do that, let's take a look at the table. Let's start with Group A. Let's take a look at the table, the teams after 13 matches. Not all of them have played 13 anyway, but at week 13. You have MFM on top, followed by Imba, Enugu Rangers, Katsina United, all in there. The teams in yellow, that's what we want to talk about. You don't want your team to be in this kind of position. Wiki Torres, Square United, Rebel Stars, Niger Tornadoes, all see yellow. That yellow might be red very soon.
Most likely. And by my own estimation, I think looking at that group, the Group A, because this group is tougher than Group B, in my opinion. And I think these are the weaker teams, with all due respect to every club there. They are the weaker teams in that group.
They're the ones you expect to be there.
Maybe the closest to these four is the one also sitting atop them in number 8, Wendell Insurance, because they are just making a comeback. But of major note is Enugu Rangers. After 5 matches, less than the top 2, and yet they are in 3rd position. They are in a very good position to actually win that group. If you look at the way it's going, they can't win that group.
But like they say, a game in hand is nothing until you win it.
Absolutely, a game in hand is not yet done and dusted until you play the game. I think this group is actually very tough. Just like Damilola has said, I was actually looking forward to that one, the game between MFM and Eyimba. I knew it was going to be a cracker because the battle between the first place and the second place team, and it actually lived up to billing. Both teams tried to cut themselves to side, tried to gather the point, and just like you said, MFM had to rally back to secure the 3, to ensure that they get a share of the spoil. And the status quo just remained the way it is because, just like we're seeing, MFM are still at the top, closely followed by Eyimba. And Rangers International, for me, has been turning out the points. They've been turning out the wins. And if they're able to win 3 of the available games they have at hand, they'll be sitting at the top of the table.
Okay. All right. So let's take a look at Group B. Let's see what's happening in Group B. Let's see how it is. LKNB Warriors on top. FC Ifeanyi started well. I don't know what has happened of late, but started well. Aqua United, maybe after the pep talk and everything, things started happening. Aqua United as well, Kano Pillars. But of course, I'm interested in the teams in yellow, because the yellow can turn to red any moment from now. So you have Abia Warriors, Plateau United, Gombe, and Yobe Desert Stars. You have a feeling that the top 2 can still claw their way out of, among the teams in yellow, Abia Warriors and Plateau United. I do have a feeling they might find their way back up there. But where do you understand up, top or bottom?
I'll start from there. I think you have a point, and it's quite sad to see Plateau United there for whatever reason.
For whatever reason.
I don't understand what they are doing in that position. And this group is pretty tight because for Group A, you see teams that have played 8, 7 here and all that. This is almost done. Everybody has played 13 except for 1 or 2 with 12. That's Delta Force and then Nasarawa. And so it's a very tight one. But I would expect that at the end of the season, Plateau at least should be able to get out of there. But I'm looking at the teams at the top of them, and I'm asking who will replace them. And that's the worry for me.
Who's going to be dragged down?
Dragged down, yeah.
We'll see. We'll see.
Let's not mention it.
Of course, we're not going to do that. Okay. All right, guys. Let's talk about the big one that happened. The 2 top teams. You talked about it. We're going to see the pictures shortly. MFM and Eyimba. It was always going to be a classic, and indeed, it turned out to be a classic. One man was the major talking point in all of this. Onua, the guy that played for MFM for a couple of years, but now he plays for Eyimba. We'll talk about it later. But Damilola, you've not spoken about the game. Kule has told me he expected a good game. It turned out to be a good game. The levels the game hit. Were you surprised, or you expected more?
No, I wasn't surprised. A game like this, as much as you want a lot of excitement, you also know that the 2 teams will be careful.
Yeah.
Because if MFM had lost, they'll probably be in the same position, on the same point, or just about a point away from Eyimba. So it's a close one. They would rather get a point rather than lose, even though 3 points would be the best. And if you also understand the history of this fixture, MFM had never beaten Eyimba before, home or away.
All right.
So that also was riding on their mind going into this game. And so I think the point they got was almost, and the fact that they had to come from behind to get it also gives a lot of comfort, at least to their fans, and to those of us also that enjoy watching MFM.
All right. Let's listen to the coach of MFM talking about this game, Fidelis Ilechukwu. His immediate reaction after playing a 1-1 draw with Eyimba.
They have big name. We must respect them with what they have done. We must respect them. But the truth is that today we are better side today. That is it. We are doing everything possible to make sure we make top 3 at the end of the season. So that is the most important thing. And from tomorrow we start preparing ahead of that game because we need the game.
All right, so that was Fidelis Ilechukwu. Okay, let's flip it and listen to the coach of Eyimba, what he has to say. Osman Abdallah, of course, he'll be happy to get a point. His team didn't lose. Of course, they could have won, but at least a draw is better than losing. So let's listen to him, his immediate reaction after the game.
The most important thing here is to come and just get something out of this place. We have now 4 points, as I said, out of 6 points that we're supposed to share with them, and they are only 1. So it's good to slow them down. And the 2 matches we are playing at home now, after those matches, you can see how the table will change. We're going to take it very, very serious because, as I said, we had 1 point against them. So the most important thing is 2 matches we have at home. So we will do every possible best to see that we bag in the 6 points so that we can change the table.